the problem. Here's Megyn Kelly today.
It's a malicious smear claiming that no woman in 20 years ever complained to Human Resources or legal about him. Maybe that is true. Fox News was not exactly a friendly environment for harassment victims who wanted to report, in my experience. However, O'Reilly's suggestion that no one ever complained about his behavior is false. I know because I complained.
Oh, boy.
It was November of 2016, the day my memoir was released. In it, I included a chapter on Ailes and the sexual harassment scandal at Fox News, something the Murdochs knew I was doing and, to their credit, approved. O'Reilly happened to be on CBS News that morning. They asked him about my book and about Ailes, who by this time had been forced out in disgrace. O'Reilly's response?
I'm not that interested in this.
No?
No, I mean, it's
sexual harassment? You're not interested in sexual harassment?
I'm not interested in basically litigating something that is finished that makes my network look bad, okay? I'm not interested in making my network look bad at all. That doesn't interest me one bit.
I did something that day I've never done before. I wrote an email to the co-presidents of Fox News, Bill Shine and Jack Abernathy. An email I have never made public, but am sharing now because I think it speaks volumes about powerful men and the roadblocks one can face in taking them on. I wrote in part, perhaps he didn't realize the kind of message his criticism sends to young women across this country about how men continue to view the issue of speaking out about sexual harassment. Perhaps he didn't realize that his exact attitude of shaming women into shutting the hell up about harassment on grounds that it will disgrace the company is in part how Fox News got into the decade-long Ailes mess to begin with. Perhaps it's his own history of harassment of women, which has, as you both know, resulted in payouts to more than one woman, including recently, that blinded him to the folly of saying anything other than, "I am just so sorry for the women of this company, who never should have had to go through that." Bill Shine called me in response to my email, promising to deal with O'Reilly. By 8 p.m. that night, O'Reilly had apparently been dealt with. And by that I mean he was permitted, with management's advance notice and blessing, to go on the air and attack the company's harassment victims yet again.
If somebody is paying you a wage, you owe that person or company allegiance. You don't like what's happening in the workplace, go to Human Resources or leave. I've done that. And then take the action you need to take afterward if you feel aggrieved. There are labor laws in this country. But don't run down the concern that supports you by trying to undermine it. Okay, stop for a second. This is different. This is an allegation. You don't like the way he responded to you. And Megyn, I happen to agree with you. I didn't like it either.
This is a critique of his public speech on
This is not about sexual harassment. This is about what he said about coworkers, and I happen to disagree with him on this. I think that it was brave of the women at Fox News to stand up. Roger Ailes was an extraordinarily powerful man. He was the Harvey Weinstein, I would say, light in comparison to what Harvey really is. But he was just as powerful on the right, and nobody wanted to take him on, and it took great courage to take him on, and I put Megyn Kelly in that camp. But you have to remember something else that was going on at the time. A political campaign had just been waged, and this whole campaign pitted Fox News against Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly was the darling of the company until she started asking questions of Donald Trump that I thought were completely fair. And Roger Ailes wanted to teach Megyn a lesson and knock her down a notch. And I know this because I worked there. And knock her down a notch and let the political system do his dirty work. That's what this was about. There was an internal war going on, and it was all about politics.
But that's separate from the accusations, right?
I mean, yes, it's separate.
And so I think the headline here, the Megyn thing, is obviously she felt really strongly about this and did not like. She saw the O'Reilly statements publicly as a microcosm of the way the company treated these things. And she's not making a specific accusation of harassment by Bill O'Reilly.
And I will tell you that I happen to agree. This is